click, 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 click. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Hugs, bushy kiss, mwah, bushy kiss, mwah. Hi guys. I'm laughing because my book is turned upside down in the background, and it's been like that for at least a week. Anyway, like no exaggeration. Anyway, you already know what I am about to say. Let's get it out the way, shall we? If you would like one-on-one coaching with yours truly or anything else that I may offer, feel free to click that link in my description box to www.lawofassumptionprincess.com. As always, be sure to read that disclaimer in full because it helps you out. It helps me out, and it just makes everything quite easier for the both of us. Love you. Thank you. Mwah. Hey you guys, how is everybody doing? I hope that you all are doing so fabulous and are enjoying this wonderful transition that we're having into fall. I am hoping that everyone was safe during the recent hurricane. I'm praying and manifesting and claiming and commanding that none of my subscribers were hurt or harmed or in the path of the hurricane's wrath, okay? Because that was crazy. And if you were affected or someone that you know was affected, I am sending you my sincere love, thoughts, and well wishes, and hoping the best for you, because it was a lot. It was a lot. Like literally a tree fell in my aunt's house. Thankfully everyone was okay and everyone was fine, but it took them like 3 days to get power back, and she was in North Carolina, okay? So y'all, I'm hoping that everyone has been doing well and feeling good and operating out of their highest version of self, because that is oh so important. It is so important that you should consistently be prioritizing it. And what I mean by that is keeping your laser focus on it, keeping your optimal laser focus and tunnel vision on it at all times, no matter what. Because the most important thing to you throughout your journey should be you. It should be you, okay? Now that really doesn't have anything to do with today's video topic per se or necessarily, but it's always a valid point. So I'm always gonna bring it up because there's never a wrong time to say that. So actually today, I kind of wanted to talk about this and bring this to the forefront because I thought that it would be really fun. I know that when manifestation becomes overwhelming to people, they can unconsciously, okay, slip into efforting, trying, working towards, striding towards, hoping for it to be, waiting for it to be, doing things so that it can be. Basically, you can get stuck in a cycle of trying to put forth effort to manifest. And this is when manifestation can start to feel like a job and can start to feel hard, and overall, to me, one of the most unfortunate aspects of it all, not feel fun, okay? And these are compounds of manifesting that have no place in manifesting. So if either of these elements or all of these elements are in your perspective as of right now and are a part of your awareness right now, that is a signal that you are overcomplicating this journey. Just like I was saying in my last video about how it's not about trying to learn more about how to manifest. It's not about efforting. It's not about trying. Because as we know, there's only two states that you could be in: having or not having. And that comes down to who you're being too. You're either being the person who gets it or the person who is trying to get it. You're either being the person who is having an easy, harmonious, flowing journey, or you're having a journey that is the sheer opposite of that. You're trying, you're going through obstacles, you're efforting, you're making it hard. Which one sounds more pleasurable to you? Isn't it part of your birthright to just be the person where everything flows through easily for you, including knowing and understanding the concepts of the law? Because truth be told, it's really not that complicated. The only reason that it feels complicated is because you keep convincing yourself again that there is something to get through in the middle here. You keep convincing yourself that you have to go through something in the middle to come out on the other side. That is where that efforting and trying comes in at, because we've been conditioned to think, oh, there has to be some type of hurdle. This has to be like an Olympic home stretch where we go through the country mile and we come over all the obstacles and then we can get the gold medal. In this story, we are already at the finish line. In this story, all that glitters is gold. So if you are efforting, you are making it harder for yourself unbeknownst to you. If you are efforting, you are doing something that is completely unnecessary in order for you to obtain all of your desires. Because as we know from day one, we have been unconsciously manifesting anyway. Even if it was something unfavorable, you were still manifesting. And at any point in time, did you take a conscientious effort towards manifesting? No, you didn't. You just accepted something is true. So now I want to make it a challenge. I genuinely want to make it a challenge. I want you for the next 2 weeks to stop efforting. And what I mean by that is I want you for the next 2 weeks to stop efforting. And what I mean by that is all I want you to do is get a clear focus on who you are, who you know yourself to be. Like, what is your identity centered around? How do you see yourself truly? Like, how would you describe your self-concept? What characteristics would you have? What adjectives would you use to describe yourself and embody that version of you? Get clear on what it is you have and stay loyal to that entire story, this entire ecosystem of a story, these 3 compounds and elements right here. I want you to stay loyal to it. This is about as much effort as you're gonna have to do. When it comes to doing things like techniques, those are just there to remind you of what you already have. If you find yourself getting intertwined with a technique to the point where you are beating the technique into the ground because you think that the technique is going to create for you, you, my dear, are efforting. If you are affirming to the point where you feel like your fucking head is coming off the swivel and you feel like you're a robot and you don't have no time to breathe, go to the bathroom, have a meal, you, my dear, are efforting. And I dare I say overexerting yourself. In all honesty, like in all honesty and all truthfulness, that is what that is. A fuck effort. I'ma say it all night. I'ma say it all night. YouTube, don't flatter me. I'ma say it all night. All night. Because again, y'all will never find me shitting on techniques. They are great and they serve their purpose. But when you are wearing yourself thin, like you're frazzled, like if you're on your Dr. Doofenshmirtz shit or your Mr. Crocker shit right now, okay, fairy godparents, when it comes to your manifestations, babe, stop now. When it comes to your manifestations, babe, you should not be fairy godparents. Like, no, we're not. I'm sorry, sometimes I really crack myself the fuck up. We're not doing that. Like, that is like literally the sheer opposite of why you applied the law to your life. You literally applied this to your life and decided to live by it to make your life easier, not to stress yourself out more. And that's how half of the time y'all be wanting to give up on your manifestations and give up on the law altogether. Because you're cracked out on overexerting yourself when you were supposed to just come into this to make your life easier. That's why you're going insane. So no effort. Like I said, get clear on who you know yourself to be. Whatever your attributes for your self-concept are, get clear on those adjectives and those characteristics and those attributes. 2, get clear on what you want for your reality. What goes hand in hand with this version of self? What goes hand in hand with the ideal version of you? Those desires and this person go together like Oreos and milk. And the third thing is staying loyal to that whole ecosystem. You're staying loyal to this version of self. Because you got to remember, it's all about here. It's not about the 3D. I don't want to hear no shit about the 3D. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? If you're worried about the 3D, you're efforting too much. It's human nature to like get caught up in the 3D and stuff sometimes. I'm not shaming you if you have feelings and thoughts about the 3D. It's gonna happen. Thoughts are human nature. They happen on autopilot. What I'm saying is, after you have your moment about being pissed off and annoyed about the 3D, since you're so self-prioritized, you're so intertwined with this is all you care about, you really redirect your energy and your focus back to this. Because you don't have to do anything out here to make this a truth. You just have to go in here to consistently choose this truth. That's the only effort you're doing. 2 weeks. Let's go. Let's get to it. No excuses. No BS. I love you. I'm holding you accountable. No effort challenge. Go with it full throttle. Because I don't want to see you guys giving up on yourselves, number one, but overcomplicating it when it doesn't have to be overcomplicated. Like I said recently, the fundamentals, the core aspects of this law, they're never going to change. That's not ever something that you're going to have to look back on and say, oh, let me make sure the law of assumption is still working. If you ever find yourself overwhelmed or it feels so complex and so heavy, I promise it's because you're making it that. It's not because that's what it is. It's because your perspective is off and you're doing something to make it seem as though it is more difficult and that you have to overexert yourself in effort. Manifesting was never about effort. It was always about being. It was always about choosing. Okay? So I love you guys. I'm going to leave it at that. Make sure you follow me on all my socials. I'm always posting. I'm always posting, okay? And until next time, you know that I love you. 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 I'll be switching up the sessions for you.